Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Hi, I'm Mend, and today is a Wednesday, and we're back in the new year with a new walkthrough Wednesday. With a much older deck though. So, get comfy cozy, and we'll get into the video. Also, I do want to add, if you're new here, hi, like I said, I'm Mend. I cover all things tarot and oracle card related, finding glimmers of magic in the mundane, and just spiritual mindfulness chit chat. I have no idea how to phrase it. Anyway, if all that is your jam, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you part of the family. Like, subscribe, that's the other word I'm looking for. Hit the bell, all that good stuff. We're pretty awesome here, if I do say so myself. So without further ado, let's get into the video. We are back with an oldie but a goodie of a deck, and I wasn't sure what deck I wanted to cover today as the first walkthrough Wednesday of the year, and I thought, I'll be honest, I don't have any new decks in. I will admit I did order a new deck which will be coming up in the next week or so, but I thought let's bring it back to the start, the roots, the beginnings of where my oracle journey kind of took me. I'm sorry, something is shaking here. Anyway, and this is the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is by Danielle Noel. I believe this is Rebecca's first deck. This is what's shaking. Hold on, let me put it away. Alright, sorry about that. I knew the fucking clinking of the crystal was going to drive me insane. This is Rebecca's first deck. I have this many years. It is a light worky, bit woo-woo. It's a bit out there, okay? As far as kind of very pinks and blues and pastel colors and purples. A reminder to hydrate right now. Okay, don't choke on the water like I did. But it's a 44 card oracle deck. It's been created to help you light up the world with your presence. By working with its 5 suits and connecting with your intuition, you'll be able to start living a life in alignment with who you truly are. So we have confirmation cards, which give a quick hit of instant guidance. Inquiry cards, which help you tune into the whispers of your soul. Action cards, which guide you on what action to take. Activation cards invoke healing within you. Transmission cards correct you with supportive energy. And this deck is a very funny story. So this is by Hay House. It's really beautiful. I absolutely love it. I remember seeing it many years ago. And I believe it was Imogen Walters' channel. I know I've mentioned her many times. She's not on YouTube anymore. But I remember picking this deck up. I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. I really want it. And I don't actually have any of Danielle Noel's tarot. I'd love to get them. But I'm trying to find someplace that's kind of at least local or within. Apologies, the cats decided they wanted to have a fight. Anyway, and I remember picking this up and I'm like, ugh, I'm not even sure anymore. And it sat on my altar for a very long time. And then all of a sudden, it's like it just started speaking in so many terms, right? Take that as you wish. But as in, like, it just drew me in and I was like, oh my gosh. And it was fantastic. I had a fantastic reading. But before that, it really took some time. We did not click straight away. So it's definitely a deck, I have to say that. I loved it from the get-go. I got it, I didn't click with it. I left it set there, I think, for weeks, if not months. And then it just worked. So, yeah, it is what it is. I don't have this in order, to be honest, you guys. I just wanted to flip through the cards. I just couldn't deal with the headache of trying to put this in order. So please forgive me in that sense, that it's not in order to the guidebook, but we can look at the guidebook and we can see which one are action cards and things like that, okay? So just please be gentle with me this January. So you are the oracle. I'm getting back into the swing of things, and it's just trying to find my my footing and my pace and things like that. So we have the beautiful cards. I have to say, these are one of my favorite card stocks of oracle. It's like a matte rose petal. Does that make sense? It's one of the most beautiful card stocks Hay House have ever had. So this is our guidebook. It's a well-loved guidebook. Believe it or not, for me, this is well-loved. So you have, welcome to the Work Your Light Oracle. You are the Oracle, working with the light, Work Your Light Oracle. Reading for other people, Work Your Light Oracle Attunement, Opening Sacred Soul Space, and we also have Work Your Light Oracle card sprites as well. That's a lot of Work Your Light. Oh my goodness. And then we have the confirmation cards, which are yes, no, the ever unfolding roads, and you're already doing it. Suit 2, then we have the inquiry cards, which are align your life, answer the call. You can read it all there. Action steps then are leap, inner temple, dance. 4 is the activation, which is the age of light, awakening, and transmission cards. Then is suit 5, which is Lemuria, Akasha, Pleiades, and Mintakan. I don't know how you pronounce that really, to be honest. And then we get into the welcoming page. You are the oracle. And so on and so forth. It's been a while since I've actually read this guidebook. I kind of just... Okay, so you have your card spreads, which is the instant guidance, which is 1 card, soul calling, which is 2 card, and then we have a 3 card, decision making, and then we have the cosmic cross, which I believe would be pretty much the Celtic cross, and then you go into your suits. So she has it broken down into suits. It's not alphabetically done. And just to give you like, yes, I mean, honestly, you don't really need a whole explanation on yes. That's like a good confirmation. And then no, you have wait, postpone, pause, say no. And then you also have a work your light, which is kind of like an action or an affirmation. And there's like you could use this, how are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So you can journal on it. I like the guidebook. It's good if you like that kind of stuff. I will say this isn't going to be for everyone. I know a lot of people take it or leave it. That's totally fine, because it does have that kind of light work maybe feel to it. Maybe it's a little too woo-woo for you. But I wouldn't be very much along the lines of like a light worker. So I wouldn't be much of the light worker kind of aspect of reading myself, or even in my own beliefs. Again, it's really a deck that it either speaks to you or it doesn't. I've seen people where they've condensed the deck down, or you kind of made it your own, which is totally fine. I have never been brave enough to modify a deck this year. I might, who knows. But yeah, again, this isn't in order. We're just going to look at it as it is, because I do feel like as far as decks go, it doesn't really need to be in order for you to get the concept. But it is very woo-woo. But I like woo-woo, and I like out there, and I like that kind of dream feel as well. Or maybe lucid dreaming meditation as well as another one. Now, it can be very starseedy as well, right? And again, everybody has their own beliefs. I personally don't, but I don't mind it being in the deck. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind that card being there. I suppose in one sense there's that kind of take it or leave it. I have attitude towards it. But there are a lot of cards that I really do. There's a lot more cards I love in this deck than I dislike. And I think Danielle Noel's artwork is just phenomenal. And that's grim, having a kitty snack, because, it's tough work being that cute, and, you need to fuel your body. So, I mean, it's so good. And for the time that it came out, hold on, I never checked that. Sorry about that. Again, I'm getting into the swing of it. This is 2018. Oh my goodness. That's a while ago. For the time that it came out, it felt kind of, for me anyway, especially starting off in my journey, kind of, I don't want to say revolutionary, but it was very, very modern in comparison to a lot of the angel decks that I had. So it was really nice to have something that was so not angel based. And I always love this card so much. And it has like that hint of Egyptian feel to it as well. And like when you fan it out, you can see just the beautiful color palette in this deck. It's very modern. It's very realistic in the sense of people that, they are actual people. It's not cartoony by any means. I do feel like it's a deck that if you look at it, you'll either really click with it or you won't. But also there could be that curiosity around it as well. Like, I mean, that's a clear no. But I love the way the sky is depicted. I'm a very big lover of the sky and the moon and the stars and the clouds and the sun and everything, and sunsets and sunrises, you name it. I'm there looking at it. I love it. It's just, I like the idea of like Lemuria and Atlantis and things like that. We as humans just love that concept of, lost cities and lost belief systems. And I really do like the concept of it, I'm not saying whether it's real or not, or if it's fiction or, whatever may be the case. Even Avalon, there has to be, in my belief anyway, there's some truth to it. But I like the concept of it. Now, I see here like the grandmother of Jesus. So it's more so from, I suppose, the viewpoint of Jesus as an ascended master. Correct me if I'm wrong there in that. But it is from the point of looking at Jesus' teachings as a spiritual aspect more so than a religious. I just wanted to point that out because I know not everyone would be of that belief, so that's all right. And like, I do feel like, maybe keywords might be to you. I, again, love this deck. So the keywords don't bother me, or the title. For, I suppose, because there's so many decks, right? And I'm so used to, there's going to be cards that you don't like. That my brain tends to block out certain words that I just wouldn't be bothered about in a deck. Now, you can be very creative and you can get rid of certain words. Maybe you don't like the title. Maybe you want to cut the whole title off. That's your business. You do you. But I wanted to show this because I feel like, this is a deck that was loved way back when it came out. And it was just so different to what was out there. Now, obviously, there's lots of decks that are very similar like this now. But I'm here for showing more decks that kind of had their time and it fizzled out. That happens. I know things ebb and flow, but can you hear the donkeys? Soul Family. 100%. But what was another thing? I've seen some people combine all her decks, maybe picking the cards that you do like. So maybe I might be brave enough to do that this year. I don't think so, but I think it'd be an interesting one. I do like that take a break card, I'm not going to lie. It's great. It could be one that you could use at night as well. Again, I don't want to influence your decision whether you have it or not. I just like to show these. But I would say, from my own experience, it definitely took me a minute. But when it did, I had this whole moment of, why haven't I worked with you before? And then I'm like, oh yeah, well, we didn't click, but now we do. So, and I love this Get Grounded card. It is so beautiful. Again, I don't really read the bottom. I really just love the groundedness and the rootedness and how it's the way sometimes when we think grounded, we think like green and earth and nature and things like that. So this is nature, but it's that very vivid meditation dream, lucid dream feel to it, like how I visualize it anyway. And boundaries. There's our yes card. And then Pleiades. So again, that may not be for everyone. I do like looking into these things. I like expanding my knowledge or just curiosity. I'm a very curious person. So let's see. I automatically knock on all my decks. It's just a habit that I got into from the get-go. So, oh, there we go. Align your life. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? Oh, that's interesting. So I want to see where that one is. It's in the inquiry cards. And so that's page 34. And as you can see, you have like your whole blurb, like to surrender to how we have changed and align life to that way of being. Like you're being called to let go of who you once were, or the things that you once defined yourself by, the job, the relationship, the mask you wore, to embrace who you truly are now, to courageously step into the person that you came here to be in full authenticity, to embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. I mean, come on. Of course we want to embrace our authentic self and our weird self and our unique self. Like, there's just so much to it. But anyway, that is the Work Your Light Oracle. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this walkthrough Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, work, everywhere in the world. Remember, stay magical, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.